Howdy y'all and welcome. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. Let's go ahead and get today's forecast, see what we could expect for the solar eclipse and the week ahead. As we can see here on Sunday, we got a slight risk issued over here by Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, and parts of Arkansas with a marginal risk surrounding that. And this spans from Illinois down into Louisiana and Texas, and Iowa and parts of Illinois as well. All hazards are going to be possible with the tornado threat, which is a 5% chance over here within that slight risk zone and a 2% chance within that marginal risk zone. Now keep in mind, even though if you're under the low wind threat for tornadoes, you can still get a pretty significant tornado. As far as the imaging wind threat goes, that's the lowest threat really of the three today, so we have a 5% chance within both zones. As far as large hail threat goes, within the slight risk zone, we have a 15% chance and a 5% chance within the marginal risk zones today. Now, as we head off into the solar eclipse day, we can see that there's going to be some severe weather within that totality zone. So it looks like that's going to be getting rained out, unfortunately. Slight risk includes Oklahoma, Texas, and parts of Louisiana, with a marginal risk which spans out into Mississippi and parts of southwestern Tennessee. All hazards are going to be possible tomorrow, with a 5% chance for tornadoes over here in southeastern to central Texas, over by Louisiana, with a 2% chance that surrounds that. As far as the imaging wind threat goes, that's the lowest threat of the three, just like here on Sunday, with a 5% chance within that whole marginal risk and slight risk zones. As far as the large hail threat goes, there's a pretty significant chance for that, so it looks like the main risk tomorrow is going to be hail and tornadoes, with a 15% hatched area over Texas and Oklahoma, the regular 15% over here in Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Arkansas, and a 5% chance which spans out into southwestern Tennessee. Now, as we push past the solar eclipse day, here on Tuesday, it looks like we got yet another severe weather chance down by Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Now, we don't know the main risks just yet, but make sure you stay tuned to my X and Facebook pages as I do daily weather updates on there, and I will keep y'all informed on what the risks you could expect. But we are going to take a look at the timing here in a little bit, so make sure you keep on watching, y'all. Now, we also have a day 4 and a day 5 risk that spans out from Texas all the way up into the Carolinas. Again, we don't know what the main risk is going to be just yet, but let's go ahead and take a look at the timing of what you could expect for the next 5 days. That's looking like an active week of weather is in store. And I forgot to mention, we also got some flooding that's going to be going on, as a slight risk for excessive rainfall has been issued here on the solar eclipse day down by Texas and Arkansas. And here on Tuesday, we got an even bigger chance, as a moderate risk for heavy rainfall is going to happen down here in Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Slight risk on that, of course. Let's go and take a look at how much rainfall you could be getting in on before we take a look at the timing of the severe weather. So it's looking like right around an inch or two is going to be expected over here in Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana area. And here on Tuesday, and by the end of Tuesday, looks like right around 2 to 4 inches is going to be expected within that whole moderate and slight risk zones. So please make sure tomorrow and on Tuesday, please be aware of flooding. If you see a flooded roadway, turn around, don't drive. If you live in a low-lying area, please be aware of this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the timing of when you could expect the worst of severe weather here on Sunday all the way through Thursday. Take a look at this. We're going to have to take a look at the HRRR model. Keep in mind that date and time is up here if you ever want to keep track. Keep in mind that tornadoes and large hail is going to be the main threats today. Push us forward. We're going to be pretty clear up until right around 4 o'clock through right around 8, 9, 10 o'clock before it starts exiting that slight risk zone. You can see at right around 8 o'clock, we're going to have some clusters at right around this time. Could spawn a few tornadoes as we take a look at the significant tornadic parameters at this time to see if this is going to verify, because the significant tornadic parameters show us pretty much the favorable ingredients of where you could possibly see a tornado at. We see that there is, it's not groundbreaking, but there is a 1 out of 10 on the tornadic scale. Now, of course, as we play this out here from 4 o'clock through 10 o'clock, you can see it's really just about the same. Right around a 1 to 1.5 out of 10 is what I would expect. So it's looking like could get a pretty significant tornado today. Keyword there is could be. Could be some fail modes as well. So just keep that in mind, as tornadoes and hail is the primary threats today. Now let's go ahead and move off. But I forgot to mention the marginal risk up here by Iowa. I know I got some viewers up there as well. It's looking like the timing of the worst severe up there, although it's low end. Looks like you could expect it from right around the early morning hours through right around 3 o'clock for really not much is going to be happening today up there. But please make sure you're happy with our weather today. If you live down here in the slight risk and moderate risk zones. Now let's go ahead and move off into Monday here on the solar eclipse day. We'll get into the solar eclipse forecast here in a little bit. But keep in mind, here on Monday, Manic Monday, looks like we could be dealing with mainly tornadoes and large hail, so keep this in mind. Damaging wind threats really minimal, but still there, just like here on Sunday. But as we take a look at the timing, looks like not much is going to be going on through the early morning hours. Could be dealing with some showers down here by Houston. Now, it looks like as we head into the early afternoon hours into totality by right around 1, 2 o'clock, could be coming in on some storms. It's looking like storms are going to start and ramp up by right around 5, 6 o'clock. Could be dealing with some tornadoes and large hail by then. It's going to last all the way through right around 10 o'clock before it turns mainly into a flash flooding threat. Now let's rewind this to right around 3 o'clock to take a look at the significant tornadic parameters. Now it's looking like here at 3 o'clock we're going to be dealing with less than a 1 out of 10 on the tornadic scale. But then as we move off into right around 5, 6 o'clock, the tornadic parameters ramp up a little bit to a 1 out of 10, just like here on Sunday. So again, please make sure you are hyper weather aware. It's looking like actually could be dealing with even greater chance northeast of College Station. So definitely, again, in the next couple of days, make sure you're hyper weather aware, as tornadoes and large hail is going to be the primary threats. Make sure you know where to go when that tornado warning goes off. Make sure you have a way to get alerted. If you don't know where to go, seek shelter in a basement, closet. Enter your room without windows. If this house is not safe enough to withstand a tornado, make sure you just leave the house and find a sturdy enough shelter to keep y'all safe during a tornado. Now, I don't know if y'all are curious or not. Let's go and take a look at the wind gusts. I don't want to make this video too boring for y'all. Although this is a low-end threat, it's looking like we could be dealing with upwards of 30-mile-an-hour winds over here, almost 40-mile-an-hour winds today. And tomorrow, down by Texas, I would expect upwards of right around 20 to 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So definitely make sure you put anything up you don't want damage from high winds. And lastly, let's go ahead and take a look at the Cape. This is basically thunderstorm fuel. As we see here today, it's not groundbreaking, but it's right around 1,000 joules per kilogram. By right around 6 o'clock, it's when storms are going to start to ramp up at. Then as we move off into Monday, this is looking like it's going to be a bigger day for severe weather. Unfortunately, because tomorrow's a solar eclipse. It's just right around 4 o'clock. This is mainly going to be a thermodynamic event, I'm thinking. Right around 2,000, 2,200 joules per kilogram. So definitely, again, I'm repeating myself, but make sure you are hyper weather aware for the next couple days. Now to take a look at day 3 severe weather threats, we're going to have to take a look at a different model for this. Now we're going to take a look at the Euro here on Weather Bell to take a look at the lightning flash density rate to see where the most intense storms are going to fire up at here from Tuesday into Thursday. As you can see here on Monday, that's pretty intense storms by right around 10 o'clock. Mainly going to turn into a flooding threat overnight though. But then as we move off into Tuesday, it's looking like early morning hours we could be dealing with some thunderstorms over here by Louisiana. Then as we head in the afternoon hours, it's looking like we could be dealing with some intense storms from right around 6 o'clock through right around 10 o'clock, and possibly through the early morning hours here on Hump Day, where there is a 15% chance for severe weather. Now it's looking like Hump Day severe weather threat's going to be lasting from right around the early afternoon hours before it starts pushing eastward, mainly becoming a flooding threat after that. And then here on Thursday, we got another chance. It's out here in the southeast though. It's looking like the timing of this is going to be happening through the early afternoon hours again. So it's looking like on the 15% chance days down here in the deep south, it's looking like both events are going to be happening through the early afternoon hours. Now this is subject to change obviously, and I will keep you updated here on X and Facebook, so make sure you follow those and make sure you are subscribed to this channel so you never miss an upload, because we try to make weather forecasting fun and informative here, but at least we try our best anyway. Now let's take a look at the surface cape. See here on Sunday into Monday, we're going to be dealing with a lot of cape down here in southeastern Texas. That's going to ramp up our tornado threat. Wouldn't be surprised if they up that even more to probably a 15% hatched area or something or another. And then here on Tuesday, even more cape down here in the southeast, almost 3,000 joules per kilogram. Hump Day, of course, down by Louisiana, 1,000 to 1,200 joules per kilogram. Now it's going to reverse eastward, and a little bit less significant chance for severe weather there. So now that we covered the severe weather threat for the next 5 days, it's looking like an active weather pattern is going to be persisting for quite a while. It's going to take a look at the solar eclipse forecast. As we can see here today, we're got a big old low pressure system bringing a lot of heavy snow to the mountain west over here by Montana. We're bringing in some heavy rainfall to much of the eastern part of the country. Then here on the solar eclipse here at 2 o'clock, Eastern time. Now it's going to be 1 o'clock Central time down here, so it's looking like we could be getting rained out down here in Texas, but it's looking pretty clear from Arkansas up into Indiana potentially. Over by Cleveland looks like it could be getting rained out. So it looks like the greatest chance of seeing totality is going to be here by Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, parts of northwestern Ohio, parts of New York, and much of the upper northeast. Is going to be a great visibility area. And I will be out there, potentially live streaming it. I don't know yet. I'll let y'all know ahead of time. I know everybody will be posting about it, so probably won't be much significance here on Williams Weather, just because everybody else is doing it too. As we can see here, after we get past the solar eclipse day, of course we got that severe weather going on in the southeast, heavy rainfall, flooding going on, even more severe weather through hump days. You can see some significant severe weather through the early to late afternoon hours. We'll be doing a lot of flooding next week and some heavy snowfall to the northwest yet again. Seems like winter don't want to let go when we get into spring. Looks like we're going to be dealing with another low pressure system right around the 14th. Could be bringing another chance for severe weather. As you see this trough right here. We don't want to see troughs this time of year because that brings severe weather. See down here by Alabama by Tuesday, April 16th. More severe weather potentially. So it's looking like an active weather pattern is shaping up, y'all. No relief is going to be in sight. Unless you live over here by Nebraska and South Dakota, it's looking like it's going to be pretty dry up until the 15th, of course. And coming back into that active weather pattern. And it's looking like a heavy snowstorm is going to be possible. Now this is 200 some hours out. Keep this in mind. This will change now and then. Now as we take a look at the Climate Prediction Center, take a look at the precipitation outlook for the next 6 to 10 days. This is valid from the 12th through the 16th, by the way. It's looking like below average precipitation is expected out west, while above average precipitation is expected from Arizona down into Louisiana and from northeastern Montana up into Maine, which includes Michigan and these states here. Near normal precipitation is expected for the rest of the country, and above average precipitation is expected over here by Alaska and Hawaii. Next 8 to 14 days from the 14th and the 20th looks much about the same. Below average out west and above average down south and up north. The rest of the country is near normal. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the temperatures of what you could expect as we head into beginning to middle parts of April. Now, first, we're going to take a look at the actual temperatures, and then we'll take a look at the temperature anomalies, which shows us our above or below average temperatures. We can see today we're going to be dealing with some pretty nice temperatures out there. It's what's going to be feeling that severe weather threat over here by Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, and Arkansas. Cool down again. It's going to warm up drastically again on Monday, so it's looking like we could be dealing with a pretty nice day on the solar eclipse day, except for down here by Texas. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all are going to miss out on that solar eclipse, unfortunately. And then it's going to cool down again and be cold out west. Warm up drastically here on Tuesday. Now, remember I said this last week. We're going to be coming into a more of a winter-like weather pattern into a normal spring pattern. I'm thinking we're going to be coming into winter into summer. That's my opinion. That's usually how it works this time of year. It's going to cool down drastically as the severe threat's going to start ramping up through Thursday. But then a low pressure system's going to be cooling through. Cooling temperatures way down here on Friday. And then we're warming up again, cooling down, warming back up. We're going to be in this trend for quite some time. But we're staying warm out east though, so this is very good. And even getting in on some warm temperatures over by Idaho as well. That's a stark contrast from early this week, as you see, really chilly air. Now, how much above or below average is this going to be, y'all may wonder? Well, we're going to be well above average for quite a while out here out east. Of course, out west, it's going to be a little bit below average up until the 10th, heading into sort of an above average pattern. And then we're heading into a little bit below average pattern by the 11th. But it's looking like much of the country is going to be heading into way above average temperatures by the middle and end of the month. As we take a look at the temperature outlook here on the Climate Prediction Center, they are in agreement with this, although the models were showing a little bit below average temperatures out here, what's the central and western part of the country, but this is valid from the 12th through the 16th, and they were showing on the models that much of the country is going to be dealing with way above average temperatures for this time of year, which is good. We do want to see above average temperatures, but with above average temperatures usually comes severe weather, so be aware of that. Looking like below average temperatures is going to be expected over here by Alaska, which y'all are just used to cold air. And it looks like from the 14th and the 20th, the next 8 to 14 days, looks much about the same. Western Alaska is going to be dealing with below average temperatures, though. So it's looking like an active weather pattern is going to be in store, more of a spring-like weather pattern, actually. with some super weather for the next 5 days, so make sure you're hyper weather aware if you live within these zones for the next 3 days. And as far as the 15% chance areas go, we don't know the main threats from Wednesday into Thursday just yet. Make sure you are following my X and Facebook pages as I do daily weather updates on there, and I will keep y'all informed ahead of the storm. It's looking like flooding is going to be in store for the next couple days, so make sure you're aware of this. See flood roadway, turn around, don't drown. Live in a low-lying area, please be aware of this. It's looking like the solar eclipse viewing area. It's looking like much of the viewing area is going to be pretty nice, except for down by Texas and up by Cleveland. It's looking like it's going to be pretty cloudy up there. And it's looking like as we're heading towards the middle of the month, it's looking like a major warm-up is going to be in store. So this is very good. If you like the warm air, if you don't like the warm air, well, that's too bad. It's going to be coming anyway, y'all. So if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and share button so more folks are more informed about the weather. And don't forget to leave me some feedback in the comment section down below. Feedback helps provide you, the viewer, better and more informative content in the future. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the bell notifications turned on so you never miss an upload, because here at One's Weather, we try to make weather forecasting fun. I know it's probably boring at times, but we try. And I will be out there potentially live streaming the solar eclipse. I might record it, although majority of people are going to be doing the same anyway, so I don't know how significant it's going to be. But again, like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, have a great day. I appreciate everyone for watching, and never stop forecasting.